Now, earlier in the week, I made my way to Des Arc, Missouri, which is still recovering from last weekend's round of severe weather, including the town of Des Arc, which stood little chance against a nearly mile-wide tornado. I got a look at the damage last week when I went down to the town of only about 130 people.
It was dark, but you could just see the devastation.
That's Pastor Daniel Tidmore from Vulcan, driving the truck in front of us. He was one of the first to check on nearby Des Arc.
This was my childhood home.
It protected Ashley and her parents from 155-mile-per-hour twisting winds.
We braced our knees under it, and you felt the suck force, and then we were put back down.
Put back down and unharmed. Their homes bulldozed only a few days later. A little further down the road, Main Street.
This right here was the restaurant. Next door to it was the post office, large white house that was there.
All in the path of a nearly mile-wide tornado. Pastor Pitchers and Pastor Tidmore introduced us to the people who called Des Arc home.
Miracle that we didn't have any loss of life.
Leslie is the village clerk for the 130 residents of Des Arc.
We just weren't expecting it to be this bad.
When Fire Chief Troy Sylvie drove into Des Arc, he was prepared for worse.
When we got into town, we had two elderly people that was hurt.
They were taken to a hospital and are okay. Another man was in a camping trailer when the tornado blew over.
It threw him out, and he turned around. He's still alive. I mean, he never even went to the hospital.
The parts of Des Arc that weren't saved are being burned behind me. A building, though, still intact and saved, holding some of the city's best kept history.
This right here is probably one of the earliest pictures of the town.
The Des Arc Museum and its priceless collection, safe. Even the town's original switchboard operated by Jackie Brandmeier's grandpa.
That is him right there.
He'll be watching as Des Arc rebuilds.
Donations have poured into Des Arc, but they could use a helping hand. Anyone willing to work can show up at the firehouse on Main Street.